We will bring down oil production to zero, Niger Delta Āvēñgērs revealed. The militant group under the aegis of the reformed Niger Delta Āvēñgērs (RNDA) have vowed to bring down oil production in the region in support of the End-SARS movement. This came after the coalition of 9 renegade militant groups from the 9 states of the Niger Delta region declared their support for the protest against police brutality and poor condition of living in the country, adding that they are ready to resume hostilities and engage the military if the demands of the protesters are not met by the federal government. The RNDA also announced that they are ready to withdraw from the ceasefire pact with the federal government, engage the troops attached to the proposed Operation Crocodile Smile, and resume attacks on some identified oil facilities in the region if issues of poor welfare, armed oppression, and inequality in the standard of living between the citizen and political elites are not immediately addressed. In addition, the RNDA urgently demands for the release of the 98 billion naira gas flare penalty fund to the HostCom through the leadership of the national chairman of HostCom, Prince Dr. Mike Emu, and they are also demanding for the urgent release and implementation of the 10,000 pipeline surveillance security contract job should be awarded to the HostCom as part of the 4-point demands of HostCom. The RNDA statement also argues that the decision by the militant group to support the protesting youth was based on the open inequality in the distribution of wealth and development in the country. We, the agitating militant groups in the Greeks, are lending our voice to the demands of our great residents, Nigerians youth, based on the fact that Nigeria is a blessed nation, full of abundance of so much untapped natural resources. Therefore, we demand for a better Nigerian that the welfare of the citizens should be seriously taken into account. The group in the communique issued after an emergency meeting held in Delta State and presided over by its leader of the RNDA, John Mark Ezon Ebi, also known in the Greeks of the region as Obama, stated that every region and its citizenry first of all, suggested that the people should get 10% in every revenue derived to the country, sourced either from oil and other sources, just to cater for the welfare of the citizens of this country, before the revenue will be shared to the 3 tiers of government by the central government, while the oil producing communities will get 5% frontline charge from the oil revenue and will be directly paid to the host communities and not to the governors of Niger Delta State. The militant groups also pointed out that though they are engaging in correspondence with the federal government over the contentious issues raised by the national protest march by agitated youth, we want to put it on record that President Muhammadu Buhari is not to be blamed entirely for what is happening, but we blame some ministers handling sensitive areas of the economy and the National Assembly members. While the citizens are making sacrifices in the areas of adjusting to harsh economic policies of government, the aides of President Buhari and members of the National Assembly are living large in opulence. Even the members of the RNDA made sacrifices to agree to a ceasefire in 2016 in order to allow the President Muhammadu Buhari-led APC federal government to consolidate on its renewed policy of trust for his anti-corruption fight and economic growth, job creation, and transformational policies of massive infrastructural developmental strides within the Niger Delta region and the country at large. But the National Assembly members and the political class are pushing the people to the wall and we're all ready to fight back. The group warned that the RNDA leadership have directed its striking force unit commanders in all the 9 militant groups to be on standby and maintain what they called visibility on identified locations with study and location striking methods VSLSM, stating thus we may resume bombing and heavy destruction of major crude oil pipelines and their platforms, including the major gas distribution pipelines from Escravos linking to Warri, Kaduna, and to Lagos. Thank you for listening to this news. It will be good. It will be good if you people can really achieve this. It will be really good, and Nigerians will be very much proud of you people if you people can really achieve this. If the federal government can really give you people the opportunity and the room to achieve this, Nigerians will be very grateful, because the rate at which Nigerians are suffering just because of this hike in fuel price, my dear, you will marvel. You will cry and you shed tears and you say, why? Why? I ask myself why as well. But what will I do? We just have to dance to the tune. They say if you cannot beat them, you have to join them, believing that all will be well. You see, I personally will blame this administration. The Niger Delta Āvēñgērs are saying that President Buhari should not be blamed. There should not be, all the blame should not be on him, but rather they should blame the ministers. All the blame should be on him, my dear, because he is the architect of the whole show. He is the one that released these funds, or he is the one that allocated these funds to the ministers. Akpabio, for instance, instead of allocating these funds, okay, good, you allocated the funds through Akpabio, good and fine, all right, but he didn't create a committee to help monitor the spendings and the use of these funds for the purpose why it was released. Because we're trying to trace the misuseness of the 40 billion naira allocation given to the Niger Delta. We discovered that after releasing this fund, the Niger Delta NDDC top bosses have to split this money within themselves. Okay, some of the people that they allocated this fund to carry out the projects they claim that they can carry out, some of them didn't even bother to carry out the project. They just left the money in their account, waiting for this administration to come to an end, so that the administration will go, another administration will come, so that they will just forget about the money. They will not demand for another one for that same project. This is how they keep doing it year, administration till administration, administration till administration. But to God be the glory that they were not caught. Some started the project but abandoned it. You see that? So because there was no proper monitoring, you can't just allocate a huge sum like that and just allow it to go like that. I think the president created a monitoring group to help monitoring the spendings and the use of this fund for the purpose why this fund is allocated. This fund would have been properly used. So the age should be blamed. The I don't care attitude of our president is becoming too much, and that is what has led, what has kept us where we are till today. You understand? So that is the truth, my viewers. You get it? So please, my viewers, we just have to be truthful and straightforward, because it's not helping matters. My viewers, please, I don't know what your own idea or comment concerning all that have just been said may be, but deem it fit to leave your own comment below the comment box. Click on the subscription button as well as the bell button to get updated whenever we upload any new videos. Thank you.